Good morning everybody and welcome back to Mexico. After spending 3 weeks in Guadalajara with our friends, we now actually said goodbye to them and we moved on to another state and another area to explore, and we're very excited about this area.
Welcome to San Luis Potosi and the Huasteca Potosina.
After spending so long in one place, it felt exciting, but also a little strange to be strapping on our big backpacks again and heading on the road. One of our goals on this trip is definitely to fly as little as we can, so we hopped on a bus to the city of San Luis Potosi, where we spent the night in a motel before boarding on another bus to Ciudad Valles, in the heart of the Huasteca Potosina, which is going to be our base as we explore the area.
Ciudad Valles is certainly not going to win any prizes as Mexico's prettiest town, but it does have everything you need and is ideally located in a central location around all the main attractions in the region.
This was perfect for us, as without a car we were relying on public transport, taxis and of course tours in order to see everything, and the majority of public buses actually run through Ciudad Valles, along with most of the main tour operators being based there. However, it's definitely not the most straightforward way to visit the area, and as you will see over the course of this series, things didn't always go to plan.
This day is just getting more and more difficult. So we're going to be spending our first day here in the Huasteca Potosina in Tamasopo, which is a small town about an hour's drive away from Ciudad Valles. There's two must-see locations here in this town, and the first one we're at now is called Puente de Dios, which translates to Bridge of God, and it's supposed to be a really magical place, so we're really excited to check it out. But it has not been super easy to get here.
It's been a little bit complicated. We had to get a taxi first to the bus stop. We got on a bus which dropped us off just outside of Tamasopo. From there we had to get a local bus into Tamasopo. From there we had to get a taxi to come to this waterfall. It's been a journey so far.
There's like 4 different means of transportation just to get to this one location. So,
and this is the easiest to get to by public transport.
our first experience of trying to do this via public transportation, has been a little bit stressful, but it is doable.
We got it.
Yeah. So when you arrive to Puente de Dios, you'll be met by a local who is going to try and get you to purchase a life jacket, which was 30 pesos a day. Now, they are necessary to get into Puente de Dios. The guy, when we actually got to the check-in, made sure that we had them, and the price of entry was 70 pesos each. So the total cost of entry per person ended up being about 100 pesos, which is about £3 or £4 each, which really isn't too bad. Now we're descending this long staircase. I think there's about 300 steps all the way down to the waterfall and the pool.
As we caught our first glimpse of Puente de Dios, it became clear that this was a special and magical place. A rushing waterfall flowed into a bluer than blue natural pool, while smaller waterfalls tumbled down the moss-covered sides into the water below.
After taking probably one too many photos, it was time to test out the water. The currents here are actually very strong, to the point where they have installed ropes in different directions across the pool that you can use to get to the different areas. It became clear why the life jackets were necessary, and it's definitely not a place to go for a swim if you aren't confident in the water.
This current, like, if not for these ropes, I would be washed away really quickly. swim through to the other side. Looks a little bit creepy, but there we go.
So we are just finishing up here at Puente de Dios, and it really is an amazing place.
Yeah, this waterfall, it's like a little oasis in the middle of nowhere.
So magical, and we got really lucky because just as we're leaving now, some really big tour groups are turning up. I think it's about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and these are the first like tour groups that we've seen. We arrived around 9:30, so definitely worth coming here first and getting here early, because I literally had the whole place to myself when I was down there. It's an incredible place and definitely worth a visit. And now we are going to head back up to the top and see if we can find a way to get to our next destination. So unfortunately there were no taxis waiting for us when we got to the top at Puente de Dios, which we were half expecting. So we're having to now walk about 2 or 3 kilometers back along the road.
I guess our best advice if you want a taxi waiting for you to come back is either organize it with a driver who drops you off, or have your own transportation, or do it with a tow, because then obviously you will have your transportation sorted and you don't need to think about anything else.
We're just coming back into Tamasopo now, and honestly the walk really wasn't that bad. Probably took us about 20 minutes and it was really pleasant just walking through the sugarcane fields. And we're going to continue to the other side of Tamasopo, where we're hopefully going to find the Cascadas de Tamasopo, which is the other cool feature that is around this town.
They are plastic.
Oh yeah.
So just some useful information before you come here. The entry fee to this place is 100 pesos per person, so it's a little bit more expensive than the other one. However, the place is much bigger, and you can see like 3 to 4 massive waterfalls. You also need to rent a life jacket if you want to go into the water. That's mandatory. That was 60 pesos each, so again double what we paid at the other waterfall. So it's a little bit more expensive. However, it looks more like a big water park, I think.
Yeah, it's like a big outdoor water park, a lot more geared towards like families, just kind of hanging out, and loads of different things to do here, like rope swings and little obstacle courses across the water, loads of places to jump in, a lot more family friendly, and also a lot of restaurants and places to eat here.
You basically have everything you need for a day out.
Yeah.
You can spend the whole day here chilling. The waterfalls itself are really pretty, so it's definitely worth coming here.
I think both are good if you're looking for adventure, probably Puente de Dios. If you're looking for a place to come and sort of relax, chill, plus have a little bit of fun, definitely here at the Cascadas de Tamasopo.
After spending the afternoon enjoying the waterfalls at Tamasopo, we headed back to the bus station in town where we managed to catch a local bus all the way back to Ciudad Valles. Our first day exploring the Huasteca was a long one, but definitely doable by public transport, and the waterfalls and pools made the whole experience a truly memorable one.
We can't wait to share more of our adventures here in the Huasteca Potosina with you guys, but if you enjoyed this video then make sure to hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content just like this, and we'll see you on the next adventure.